But let's talk about the man of the hour, Manny.
Mm-hmm.
I think you know who I'm talking about.
I know who you're talking about, man. Rob Manfred, right?
This guy right here.
Oh, man. Look at that guy. Shohei Ohtani. What a handsome guy that guy is.
What an adorable guy, man. He was, you could tell he was like laughing at himself every time he hit like a ground ball or something.
Mm-hmm.
But for both Shohei Ohtani and Juan Soto, I blame the pitchers, man. The guys that they got to throw them the baseball did not do their part. If you look at Pete Alonso's pitching coach or whoever he selected to throw him the baseballs, there's like that chart that shows all the balls were in the sweet spot, like right down the middle. They were almost coming, like he would throw them and they were almost like so slow they were dipping a little bit at the end.
Yeah.
Perfect for Pete Alonso. Juan Soto and Shohei Ohtani had to literally like pick and choose which balls, and at the end they just started swinging at everything. Shout out to Juan Soto for going 3 for 3 on the bat off or the home run off, whatever you said it was. But Shohei Ohtani just looked gassed. And I think it's gonna cost him, man. I don't know if you have any thoughts on that before I mention.
So no, we've discussed this a little bit before. That I think that he can handle it, man. He's a young stud. Can we get that picture again?
Yeah, man, I got you.
That picture again. Look at that guy. I mean, he's built like a machine, and he can probably go all night and all day long if necessary. But no, seriously, I think it's fine. I think he's fine, man. People have been doing this for decades, and it's only until very recently that we're so concerned about these guys overexerting themselves. Heaven forbid.
Hey, man, look, I only ever played baseball at the high school level and years past in independent leagues, which I pay for, which doesn't count for anything. But
more credit, man.
We only have one game a week, and I'm exhausted. The day of, the day after, I'm still sore, and I know I'm not in the best shape or conditioned to play baseball every day, but can these guys get a day off in between? I mean, they played Sunday. I'm not going to look it up because whatever, but I don't know the last time Shohei Ohtani had a day off. He pitched last week. He's been in the lineup almost every game, and no days off, plays Sunday, home run derby on Monday, and now he's pitching and batting leadoff today for the All-Star Game. And I'm just concerned that he's going to blow himself out. Like I know he can play every day, but the home run derby, man, like you could tell these guys, even though it's just a home run derby and it doesn't mean anything, you can tell like when the clock is 30 seconds down or like 30 seconds left, they start swinging at everything and they're just trying to do their best to put the hardest swing on it. And I think that exhaustion plus the torque that they got to do with their bodies, like it's enough to tire someone out. But then again, like now he's pitching today and he begged MLB to leave him in the lineup if he's relieved in the game, which is MLB rule change that they did specifically for him. And I don't know, man, I wouldn't be shocked if he doesn't make it in the second half.
So I think I could see your concern, and maybe baseball should go back to the old format, like back in the day where they got, I think it wasn't it like 10 pitches? You got 10 pitches, 10 outs, right? Home runs are home runs, of course. If it doesn't go for a home run, it's an out. So you're incentivizing guys to hit the ball for home runs as much as possible. Like Joey Gallo would have been done, like,
yeah,
within the first 10 pitches. I don't think he had a single home run.
Yeah,
and then he found his swing. But you're right. But they overexert themselves because then they try to hit as many as they can before the time runs out.
There's essentially like no limit.
Yeah, and I think it's more entertaining for us. It's more entertaining this way, but
the way it is today,
yeah. But in terms of keeping these guys healthy and stuff, I think the only way to do it would be to limit the outs.
I'll tell you this: I don't.
Or, sorry to interrupt you, man. Or, you do like they did back in the day. Like there was the famous Willie Mays versus Mickey Mantle.
Yeah.
because for me, the home run derby was Juan Soto versus Shohei Ohtani. Like
That was a
nothing,
nice matchup. Yep.
the rest of the home run derby did not live up to that matchup. But of course, the Mancini Pete Alonso at the end was entertaining. But I think Ohtani Soto was way more entertaining. Why not do it like 9-inning games? Like it's a 9-inning game. Ohtani versus Soto, 3 outs per inning. Go for 9 innings. Whoever wins wins. That it was. If you YouTube it, you could see it. It's Mickey Mantle versus Willie Mays. You could watch the old school home run derby. But
I would
do something like that.
I would even be down to do it spread across the entire season. Like when Ohtani just so happens to be on the East Coast, meet up with Juan Soto. Let's just stick with those two because they were entertaining. But yeah, the way that they did it with that Mickey Mantle and Willie Mays, and then they were being interviewed in between at bats and stuff.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
I think
exactly.
I would be okay if they just spread it out for the entire season and just have like a special every week or something, depending on where the team is at that time. I wouldn't be surprised if Shohei Ohtani never does a home run derby again, because
yeah, I don't know. He seems to be wanting to enjoy this as much as possible.
Yeah, if it's true that he begged MLB to change the rules for the All-Star game, then we're lucky to have him. Like honestly, I have thoughts about why Shohei Ohtani is so special in that aspect for begging MLB to let him do both and to let him keep hitting if he's taken out of the if he's relieved at any point in the game. But we'll save that for another time, Manny. I think we beat this home run derby horse enough.